This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on iTalk 1067 FM and iTalk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school wrestling on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Welcome, everybody, to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com. And I'm Aaron Hewish. I'm joined Matt side by Samantha Rodriguez and Ty Copeland. How you guys doing this evening?
We're great. You?
Doing good. So we have our girls wrestling match. One of our, I guess it's a local. It's Sholo, Snowflake, Round Valley, and who am I missing? Holbrook. And as we're getting ready to introduce the wrestlers, we're going to segue real quick into our Summit Healthcare pregame medical center. Summit Regional Medical Center has everything your athlete needs to get back in the game. And as far as injuries go, do we know of any for any squad thus far?
Yeah, we've got Emily Perez that's going to be out tonight for Snowflake.
And what weight she wrestle at?
120.
She's our 120, and she is a senior, I believe.
She is a senior, yes.
And so, but as far as going forward to the regional, and let's see, it's Division 2, Section 3,
yes.
And that'll be in Winslow on the 8th.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so as far as we know, that's where we're moving forward with that, and she's planning on being healthy for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do we know of any of the other squads here tonight, any of the other injuries?
Yeah, we've got quite a few on all the squads. Got a lot of scratches tonight. So.
And do we know anything about those?
Not really. Not
Okay.
At this point. A lot of sickness going around this time.
It is, and it's a hard sport because you have weight to cut and different things. So, well, that is our Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center injury report. Summit Regional Medical Center is everything your athlete needs to get back in the game, and that moves us to something that's a little beyond my purview, and that is our Ace Hardware keys to the match. Ace Hardware is a 24/7 locksmith. The next time you're locked out of your car, we're going to commercial. We'll take a break. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on iTalk1067.com.
This is Sholo Ford's
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Right. Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on iTalk1067.com as we get ready for this four-way. Can't really call it a duel, so it's a four-way because a duel would be two teams against each other. But we're going to segue now to our Ace Hardware keys to the game. Ace Hardware is a 24/7 locksmith. The next time you're locked out of your car or just need a key replaced any hour of the day or night, any day of the week, call Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Overguard, and Sholo. Ace Hardware. So it's wrestling. It's the end of the season. If I were to throw it out there, what are the keys to the match for each of these squads? Samantha, what do you think?
I would say the girls just really need to focus on their technical skills. They need to have the ability to get out there, get some key positions, maintain dominance. We want to wrestle safely without any injuries this close to playoffs.
So, Ty, question for you is, most of these girls, since we're local, have all seen each other, correct?
Yes, multiple times.
And so is there an advantage or a disadvantage? Because, you know, basketball, baseball, softball, football, generally it's hard to beat a good team 3 times. Is that the same case in wrestling, or is it just to the point where somebody's so much more dominant that a lot of times you get in their mental head, you whoop them one time, and then, in the first 30 seconds of the match, they're on their back already?
It really just kind of depends on preparation, how hard they're working in the room, because we're in there just about every night, when we're not at a wrestling tournament. So, who's doing the best in the room, who's working harder, who's pushing themselves, and it can change. It can change the outcome at any time.
So from these squads, is there anybody? We know the Snowflake team. We both all work and are around the Snowflake kids. Is there anybody from any of the other squads that you would like to mention from Show Low, Round Valley, or Holbrook that might not get as much press or going through, or even one of the Snowflake young ladies as we look forward? Anybody that we want to showcase that's having just a great season?
We've got a lot of the girls on the Snowflake team that are having a great season. We've gone through several tournaments this year, ranking first, placing first. So they've got a really good team. Over at Sholo, you got Ruthie Wilhelm, who's a freshman, who's coming in and taking first in almost every single tournament she's gone to this year at 100 pounds.
What's her name again?
Ruthie Wilhelm.
Okay, Ruby Wilhelm. Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats to her. And what weight is that at?
That's at the 100-pound weight class. So we actually get to see a really good match tonight between her and Evelyn Perez. And
Evelyn is a senior from Snowflake High School.
Yes.
I have her in one of my classes. I don't want to get too personal, but we all know who listen to iTalk here that's what we do. And we appreciate Snowflake High School for allowing iTalk to come in. Athletic Director Kevin Stanifer, always a big help. And folks, we're going to go ahead and we're going to end our Ace Hardware Keys of the Game. Ace Hardware has a 24/7 locksmith the next time you're locked out of your car, or just need a key made or replaced any hour of the day or night, any night of the week. Call Ace Hardware, Sholo, Pine Top, and Overguard. We're going to go ahead and take a break. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on iTalk1067.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on iTalk1067.com. And Ty, you're going to update us on this match getting ready to start.
Yeah, this looks like this is going to be between Hunter Bliss from Round Valley and Ruthie Wilhelm from Sholo at the 100-pound weight class.
Have you seen either of these ladies wrestle?
Yeah, we've seen them multiple times. I know that the Round Valley young lady, Hunter, is a sophomore. Ruthie's a freshman.
This past weekend, Ruthie she participated in the Rumble on the Rim, and she placed 3rd in her weight division.
And folks, we're not going to get into the technical element too much because we can turn it over to our screen here. We're going to do as much as we can to comment on wins, losses, and we're going to take our breaks as much as we can. We appreciate our sponsors bringing us these: Sholo Ford, Ace Hardware, Honda Ski and Outdoor, Northland Pioneer College, Coronado Center, Summit Regional Medical Center, Comfort Fit Dentures, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. We are going to have our glass man of the meet, and that's going to be one of our dominant wrestlers. We're going to give that to, as well as our Coronado Center takedown of the match. And right now we have Wilhelm from Sholo. Looks like she's got her flipped pretty well on her back as she goes chest to chest, looking to get that shoulder down. And we're going to have ourselves a pin. That is a Comfort Fit Dentures pin. And we forgot to mention this is our Northland Pioneer College start of the match. When it's time to start off your college education, start off the college with the lowest tuition in the state. That's Northland Pioneer College, now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education. Northland Pioneer College. As we get set for our next group of wrestlers, checking into the table. Ty, who do we have?
We have up at 120 pounds Quincy Decker from Sholo, coming up against Sterling Simpson from Round Valley.
Now, are we at the point in the year, I know a lot of teams like to, at the beginning of the year, like to do the setup, takedown. Are we going to see a little bit of that, or are most of these young ladies just going to get on the mat and try to get in and out as quick as they can?
It's just going to kind of depend. If they want a little more time on the mat, they're going to do some of the takedown.
Because it didn't look like that first match lasted very long.
I haven't seen her do a lot of that this year.
Okay.
She's pretty ready to go. So.
And here we go. Go ahead, Ty, and give us the matchup again.
All right, we got Quincy Decker out of Sholo versus Sterling Simpson out of Round Valley.
And this is your Northland Pioneer College start of the match when it comes time to start your college education. Start off the college with the lowest tuition in the state. now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education.
No, I'm just going to work that one not as much as I can, but it's going to be pretty repetitive. I'll try to get some other ones going. I'll give you guys feel free.
Right now, they're out there working on their setups right now, trying to find a lane into a good takedown. So you'll see a lot of hand fighting. That's when they're grabbing the hands or the wrists of the other person out there. They're trying to set up good angles so they can get to one of those legs.
You know, it's been a lot of years since I've been involved with wrestling. In fact, 25 to 20, I should say, was the last time I actually was on the mat in a coaching role. And the girls' game, as we get...
It was a good single.
Nice takedown right there.
She's got a good sprawl on top.
Got to get the points. Got to roll to get the points.
Yeah.
But one of the things I've noticed is when I first started the girls wrestling realm, it's just caught like wildfire the last few years. But is there any different strategy at all?
For the girls compared to the boys?
Yes.
Yeah, they're not looking for as much of the more powerful upper body stuff.
Okay.
They're looking for more of the shots, the technique kind of
A finesse, so to speak.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. As we have and he had him at neutral, so no points awarded yet, or did they give him?
No, he called a stalemate right there.
Okay.
So that means they're going to reset in the middle and start over.
6-0 is the Cougars are up.
Yes.
As the team. So as you look at our scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, the Show Low Cougars will take over the Lobos part on the home squad, and it looks like the match score will be the small squares, small numbers down on the bottom, left and right. So right now we're at a 0-0 stale with our time going way down here, and we're going to end this first period, and we're going to head to the second.
All right, so what's going to happen here is he's going to flip a coin, and they're going to give the choice to the person that wins the coin flip. They're going to either choose neutral or up in the referee's position or down in the referee's position. It looks like Quincy just chose down.
And it's always advantageous in that first period to go down because you never know what you're going to have to do with that third. Plus, you can get those coming out points.
Yeah, you can either get a reversal,
or the escape.
Or one for an escape, yeah.
But Round Valley's really coming out kind of dominant in this beginning. They're trying to get the arm and set up, so it looks like the half. She need to watch out for that full Nelson, though.
It looks like Ruthie, our first wrestler of the evening, it not only says, and these are our comments, and I trust our comments because we have some wrestling folks watching, it also says she was named the OW, the Outstanding Wrestler, for that Rumble on the Rim. So, and usually there's a small upper and sometimes an overall, or there's a small and an upper depending. It looks like we're going to have an illegal hold here as the referee goes to call that. So we're going to have an illegal hold, and that's going to be 1 point for the green, which I believe for the match is the Show Low Cougars.
Yeah, so it looks like Round Valley's actually had two penalties here. They had locking hands on the bottom, and then she also had a full Nelson here.
And we're looking to get an escape here. She's going to get the 1 point escape, so that's going to put up 3-0.
Sterling also placed at Rumble on the Rim this weekend. She placed 6th in her weight division.
Where was Rumble on the Rim? Is that in Payson?
Yeah.
Payson, okay.
What I'd really like to see here is to stop the hand ties and see one snap down to do an ankle peg. That'd be some action in there.
Yeah, they're doing just a lot of hand fighting, trying to get that control. So.
And there's good positioning.
Yep.
And out of place, we have the half now. Just got to chest and roll them. As goes over, great work by our camera crew right there, getting in, and we're going to have a Show Low Cougar pin, as that's going to be a pin decision, which will put them up another 6 points as we're going to get a whistle, and we're going to move on to our next match. And do we have a matchup here? Is this? Oh, we do have one.
Yes, it looks like at the 132 weight class, we're going to have Tegan Trujillo from Show Low against Lena Hooper out of Round Valley.
And do we know anything from what we can pull off the all-important internet on this one? Any placers?
I don't have anything down for Tegan. Unfortunately, I didn't make it to Show Low for Rumble on the Rim.
I do know that I've seen Tegan wrestle multiple times this season, and she's been pretty tough.
Well, we got a takedown, and we have a reversal, so we have a 3-1 advantage Cougars.
Looked like an escape there.
Looks like they're doing a lot of head fighting here. It looks like Sholo really likes to.
Now, Ty, as we turn it over to our camera work right here, do we know the order of what's going on the rest of the evening? We have Round Valley against Sholo right now.
Then I believe it's going to be, I think it's going to be Sholo versus Snowflake.
Okay.
And then Round Valley versus Snowflake. And then Holbrook, I think, is the follow-up. I do know that Holbrook only has a few girls here tonight, so they may combine some stuff here.
As fighting for position, but also going to get ruled, probably get going to out of bounds.
As long as there's 1 point of contact in bounds.
1 point in bounds, correct.
So, yeah,
and they're both back in, and now
we had a. We're getting a headlock down there right now.
And we have ourselves a Comfort Fit Dentures pin. And Comfort Fit Dentures smile. That's a Comfort Fit Dentures pin.
Okay, that's not.
Is this going to be an exhibition, or are they mixing in?
They're going to mix in because we had some missing weight classes, it looks like.
Okay, so do we know who's we got here for Holbrook?
I actually do not. Looks like they may have gone down some weight classes.
That's
here.
okay. So we have an exhibition taking place here with a break in the
it might be Shiloh
Cisneros, okay.
Yes, from Sholo. It looks like up against Janika Wheeler out of Holbrook.
So it looks like the team points have already been put up for the win. However, the Holbrook is going to fill in for the Round Valley, and this is an exhibition match. It will not go for the team points, as that's going to be a 2-point takedown.
That's really good. You were looking for that just a second ago, Samantha, and she did. She got a good snap and went for a knee pick.
Is takedown 2 or 3?
Takedown is 3 now.
Okay. It's been a while since I've been in the realm. That's why I have you guys.
It's a new change from this year, so they've updated kind of some of the points. So what that does, though, is it affects the takedown standing and records in the state. So you can't get as many takedowns now in a single match typically because it's 3 and then 1. So you're going to tech somebody a lot easier than you would normally.
I can kind of understand that. As we already had the decision, correct?
Correct, it was a pin.
And it was a Comfort Fit Dentures pin. Smile. That's a Comfort Fit Dentures pin.
It looks like we have another exhibition match coming up here. Not quite sure who these young ladies are.
Is it just because we have a mismatch on weights, but they're close enough to keep them paired?
Yes. So we're seeing a bunch of hand fighting again. A little heavy on the head there by Sholo.
It looks like Round Valley was going for double wrist control there.
Round Valley's going in for a single, but didn't quite get there. Sholo took control there.
So Sholo was awarded 3 for that takedown then.
Well, I'm glad you guys got me updated on the point because I'm thinking, 2-point takedown, 2-point takedown.
It was all new this year. You can also get 4 back points now while they're on the back instead of 3, as well as there is a penalty point if somebody decides that they're hurt while on the bottom getting pinned. So you can get up to 5 points for back this year. All right, we're out of bounds, so they're going to reset down here. Looks like Round Valley's going to be in the bottom referee's position.
Referee Ben Robinson, in his first year of officiating, I believe, stepping from the coaching realm into officiating. And, anybody wanting to get involved in the officiating, it's pretty easy. Go to AIN line and click on Become an Official. As I know what she's doing there, she's getting the half and she's trying to run her. Get on those toes.
Yes, sir.
Half of the wrist.
She's controlling that, and Get on the toes. Get it over. Not quite there. Now reset and do it again.
It's a little bit more difficult for some of our girls to get the halves just because of the flexibleness.
Right.
They'll just slip out sometimes. So.
Well, and I notice the strategy on bottom is still the same. Come to base, and that's what she's doing there on bottom, and she's seeming to, avoid that half and keeping that base going strong as we're going to end the first period right here.
All right, we got a coin flip. Looks like green won.
Did he flip it, or did they just?
Deferred.
Oh, there it is.
Nope. So he flipped it, and it landed on green. Green deferred to red, and red chose up, which is an interesting strategy.
Yeah, it's an interesting strategy.
Sholo's been more dominant this match, so I don't know why you'd want to give her the option to get the escape.
Well, a lot of times what will happen is if you feel like your girl's going to be dominant on top with good pressure, could keep her down and work some moves, you'll choose top.
And it even worked out even worse for them because she didn't get the one for the escape. Instead, she got the two for the reversal.
Well, as much as it is mano-y-mano, there's still a chess match that has to be played, and maybe that's just her strength because she's showing right here that almost being pinned in the first period, and now she's got a full reversal and control.
All right, we had looks like a far knee takedown there. Breakdown. All right. Looks like we had another reversal there.
So 7-2 on the board, minute left. And in this four-way, it's going to be 2-2-2 on the periods, correct?
Yes.
The only time you cut those is losers bracket of tournaments.
Yes. Or sometimes exhibition will go 1.
Okay.
2, 2.
This weekend, the JV was a 1-1-1.
That's a great job by our camera crew getting in, and that's exactly what we saw. And we have a Comfort Fit Dentures pin. Smile, that's a Comfort Fit Dentures pin. And we're going to go ahead and take a break here, folks. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com as we end and go to... And Ty, who did you have us set up on this one?
So this is a 152, Bridget Butler from Sholo. I am not sure who the young lady from Round Valley is. This is the first time I've seen her this year.
And the team score favoring Sholo large in that category is they're up 30-0. And so going back to what you're saying is now this year the takedown is a 3-point takedown. So the takedown, let them up, takedown, let them up. That was probably one of the reasons that was put in. Is that correct?
Well, I think what they're trying to do in the sport is to get more takedowns. They want to see more action from the neutral position instead of a lot of stalling until that second period where we have to go up and down. So it's incentivizing these kids to get out there and shoot on their opponent.
As Sholo comes out with the pin there, and who was that again for Sholo?
Bridget Butler.
Bridget Butler, and that is a Comfort Fit Dentures pin. Smile. That's a Comfort Fit Dentures pin. As that puts Sholo up big, 36-0 in that category. As we're segueing into, and after this we will have, it looks like it'll be Snowflake versus Round Valley.
You know, it's for a newer sport. It's good to see so many girls out here and trying to compete and get involved in this. I know that you were speaking about refs earlier. The state is really hurting for female refs to come out and ref these female bouts. I know that they prefer that in a setup, but you know, kudos to these refs for coming out and giving up time and doing this. It takes a lot of dedication, not just from the players and the families and the coaches, but also from these refs to come out here and really teach these kids these sports that way it can grow more.
Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break here, a 30-second break, and come back and give you the next match as we have a pause here, the Shola Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Show Low. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
I have no idea.
Welcome back. Show Ford's presentation of High School Wrestling on iTalk1067.com. As the Holbrook Roadrunners have substituted in, are going to have, and we're doing our best, folks, to try to get who these wrestlers are and get the name and recognition out there. But it is not always easy as they're trying to give everybody a match and trying to get these taken care of. We're not 100% positive. Do we know, Ty, do we know anything about either one of these?
No, I don't. I haven't
So we're
seen
going
either of these
to
this year.
turn it over. Now, we can look forward because we have that advantage. What do we know about state? Is I do see that Snowflake is placed top in a lot of the tournaments. Where are they looking at as far as going into the state tournament in about just a little less than a month from now?
Yeah, I know that what our goal is. Obviously, our goal is to take first.
Absolutely. As Ty does help on the coaching staff.
Yeah, I'm the assistant girls coach here, so we're aiming for first, and it looks like it's a possibility. So we're just going to have to see. We got to worry about taking section first.
And showcase a couple of those other girls that we talked about. You talked about Perez, but is there any others? We haven't talked about Caitlin Leduc yet.
Yeah, no, we've got a lot of really good wrestlers on this team. You got Caitlin Leduc, who was state runner-up last year. We've got Evelyn Perez, who was, I believe, 6th last year in state. Her sister Emily Perez is at 120, who's also an amazing wrestler who went to state last year. So Morelli Marin, she's our 185-pounder. She went to state last year, did not place, but things are looking good for her. And then we got Ellie Bryan at 235.
So how many weights are there in girls classification?
How many weights are there in girls classification?
Yeah.
There's 12.
There's 12. So out of those 12, what are each of these teams potentially going to send to the state tournament? I mean, about half from each team, or?
Well, I mean, most teams only take 2 or 3.
Okay.
Well,
So
looks like we got a Snowflake coming.
Looks like this is Carolyn Staniford, and I'm not sure who she's wrestling, but this is an exhibition. Actually, we have the team score shut off, so it looks like we're moving into a new part. This is Carolyn Staniford. She is a freshman at Snowflake High School, and I'm not. And folks, again, we all work here. We know these kids. I don't know the Round Valley girls. I apologize. Try to get in and figure out who they are.
All right, Killerman's over there running a half right now. She's going to...
As we have Carolyn Staniford with the Comfort Fit Dentures pin. Come smile, that's a Comfort Fit Dentures pin. As she comes in with, 51 seconds to make short work of that.
That's pretty good. That's exciting to see because she's a freshman this year. She's still learning the ropes out here on the wrestling mat, and love to see her get out here and get a good win like that.
We're going to go ahead and take a break. Give us a second to get the next one sorted out. We're going to try to get some names for you.
We're going to go ahead and take a break, folks, as we're going to go wait for the next, what they're going to bring as far as exhibition. So we're going to take a break. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Love sports? Love being part of the action? Imagine having the best seat in the house, calling the plays, and connecting with fans. As a play-by-play announcer, you'll be the voice that brings the excitement to life. You'll network with athletes and coaches, sharpen your skills, and even travel to exciting venues. It's your chance to turn your passion for sports into a thrilling career. Ready to make it happen? Text the word sports to 928-434-0101 to apply now. Don't just watch the game, be the voice of it. Your dream job is calling.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable. Always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Welcome back to Shola Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com. We'd like to take this moment and thank some of our sponsors. Ace Hardware with our keys to the match. Honda Ski and Outdoor with our post-game show. We've got Northland Pioneer College when it comes time to tip off your college or start off your college education. Start off the college with the lowest tuition in the state. Now offering bachelor's degrees in business and education. Locations in Navajo and Apache County. Northland Pioneer College. Horn Auto Center with our takedown of the match. The Chevy, Cadillac, and GMC store that saves you more. And Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. That is going to be our outstanding wrestler for the evening, as well as Deemer's Glass. Need glass for your home or business. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call if you need quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, 1-888-GLASSMAN. As we look on, looking for, and we've been told that we're looking to do a Round Valley Holbrook combined team that will be gearing up to take on the Snowflake Lobos just to get these young ladies more matches. And then at one point, we're going to break, and before the final matches of the evening, maybe not, we're going to have the senior night for the wrestlers. And we're going to go ahead right now and see what we have, because it looks like Evelyn Perez is getting ready to wrestle for the Snowflake Lobos, as she's getting some further instructions from Coach Joe Larson.
Yeah, I tell you, I coach Evelyn, but she's a dynamic wrestler to watch on the mat, so this is going to be a lot of fun.
I sure do. I have her in class. It's no secret that both Mrs. Rodriguez, Sam, that's next to me, and myself teach here, and I'm very fortunate enough to have Evelyn in class, and she's just one of those good young people that you teach to associate with. As she's going to take on, who is this from Round Valley? Do we know?
We've got Hunter Bliss from Round Valley.
Hunter Bliss, and have they met? They've obviously met this year.
Oh yeah, multiple times.
And how have those gone?
Well,
as Evelyn is on a quick takedown right now, and Evelyn putting her up. Bliss trying to do everything she can to stay off that backside. As that is a great shot by our camera, getting in there, getting that pull up as Perez pulling that neck up just slightly to try to get those shoulder blades on the ground. And the referee signals pin. Smile, that's a Comfort Fit Dentures pin for Evelyn Perez and her Lady Lobos.
And it looks like there's not going to be a 107-pound match coming up. Instead, they're going to go straight to 114s, and that should be Greenwood against Mayotte. I apologize if I said that wrong.
That's all right. I go through it all the time.
And this next wrestler will be from Holbrook on that combined team.
Right. And who is the Lady Lobo out there?
That's Mairead Greenwood. She's a freshman this year. Okay. First year wrestling, going up against, looks like, Amber Masayev. Is a senior.
Don't forget, folks, this Friday night we're going to have Snowflake traveling up 77 to face the Holbrook Roadrunners, both girls and boys basketball. That'll be Shola Ford's presentation of high school basketball on italk1067.com. I will be Mike's side with the crew as everything they can to get a takedown here. No points been awarded yet. As now Greenwood,
right through a headlock.
Now Greenwood's going to maintain control over the top, and she goes right to work.
It's a beautiful half. She just needs to keep running.
Great half, and she's going to run it. She's going to get up on her toes. She's going to bring it over. And as the referee looks and looks, trying to get that pin down, as she now is going to roll over, and are we going to get near fall points?
Yeah, we should get 4 near fall for that.
I think he's waiting for something to control, and then he'll award those near fall points. He's got the numbers out, just waiting to give as she flips her over again.
Normally with that, they wait for a new position of dominance before they award it. That way they don't award double near fall points for the same position of dominance.
Looks like Mairead stretching out that arm, trying to make contact.
As she's going to get Smile here on a Comfort Fit Dentures pin as Greenwood goes to work right away, and with 56 seconds into the match, has put a pin on the board for her record and for her team. As we have an elk and a lobo coming out.
Yeah. This is London Winters. She's our JV wrestler at the 120, and looks like she's going up against Sterling Simpson.
And London is a sophomore, I believe, or is she a junior at Snowflake High School?
You're right. She is a sophomore.
I'm not positive. But as Round Valley maintains control, and we're going to get the takedown. Points have been awarded. As she goes to work, throwing that half, trying to get him over. As Winters doing everything she can to come to that base and escape. Going back on a dangerous reach back, but has now flipped the reversal points, and Winters. And Winters is going to get not just the escape points, but she is going to get the reversal points as well. And now we have other reversal points. We have no points of contact maintained in bounds. So we're going to move it out. And I believe Winters is going to go to the down position.
Yes.
So 5-2, Round Valley. And who'd you say it was for Round Valley?
Sterling Simpson.
Simpson for Round Valley against Winters for Snowflake. As she puts Winters not in control enough to get the reversal. As both ladies fighting back and forth. Winters, though, is awarded reversal points. So she now is up 6-5, but in a very bad position as she comes to her base.
Looks like 3 near fall points were awarded to Round Valley as well.
Oh, so Round Valley did get the near fall point. So now Round Valley goes up 10-6 as we've got 45 seconds left here in the first period.
London rolled her over there and has got an arm and both of her arms.
As Winters is going to come up with an exhibition pin here for the Lady Lobos, as she was down 10-6, flipped the reversal, which made it 10-8, and then just rode that reversal into the pin as we see our replay there. Great job by our camera crew. Congratulations to London Winters. And now stepping out on the mat, we have Ty. You help us out here, if you know.
Yes, we've got Chloe Carlson. That's our 126 versus Solis from Round Valley.
Solis from Round Valley against Carlson, the 126 match. And these ladies have surely seen each other a time or two. There does seem to be a little more of the hand grappling in the lady wrestling than I'm used to with the boys. Nothing wrong with that. I'm just pointing that out for those looking at a different take. It's definitely, like you said, Ty, more of a finesse match.
I think that's where the flexibility difference between the girl wrestlers and the boy wrestlers comes in. They can't really go for those shots super quick because you have to worry about the flexibility of the female wrestler getting in there.
Right. As Carlson maintains somewhat of control and is awarded 3 points for the takedown, but never really seemed to have total control there.
It looks like she's working a far knee, far ankle right now, trying to get her down for a breakdown.
Minute left in the first period.
Got Round Belly trying to build a base to stand up again.
Chloe's going for the cradle here. Looks like she got it.
As she's going to get some near fall points, but they're telling her, I believe the coach is yelling to look the other way, as Carlson now putting her on her back, and Carlson is going to come up with the pin against Solis for the Lady Lobos. And so we're going to go ahead and take, we have a match. I didn't see any wrestlers getting ready, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take.
Going to be 132 pounds.
This is 132.
Brooklyn Baldwin out of Snowflake versus Wheeler and Holbrook.
Wheeler of Holbrook and Baldwin of the Lobos.
Brooklyn's a sophomore this year at Snowflake High School. Did she wrestle last year with you guys as well?
She did wrestle last year. She's kind of coming into her own this year. She was actually ranked first at that South tournament this weekend. So she did take second, but that's pretty good for a sophomore.
It'll be interesting to see how this program grows. I know that you're losing a lot this year with 6 seniors tonight.
Yeah, we are, but we've got a lot of girls waiting in the wings that are coming to the practices, going to come to some summer things this year, and we're hoping to have a pretty good team.
As we're going to get a pin by Baldwin. And Ty, something else to think about is this is only the second year of organized wrestling. It is the third year, okay. It is the third year of organized wrestling here at Snowflake High School of girls wrestling. So in that amount of time, being able to build a program, and I know that first year Coach Larson was here, I heard him recruiting in the halls, and he was doing everything he can. And this is LeDuc versus Hicks from Round Valley. And Caitlin LeDuc was a runner-up last year, and I'm sure she's looking for an excellent trackster, as she is on a couple state championship relay teams and a couple individual matches of her own. But I understand that she's looking at wrestling at the next level. Is that what I'm understanding, Ty?
Yeah, that is a possibility. I think she is looking into that option.
That is good. So Caitlin LeDuc here for the Lobos. And who is it for the
Hicks
for Round Valley?
You know, talking about Caitlin, when Caitlin participated in the Doc Wright tournament, she placed second there in her weight class, and then this past weekend she also placed second down in Diego Gaeta down in Tucson.
Down the South Point, yeah.
She's one of my favorite to watch on the female wrestling team. She's a very technical wrestler. She likes to work more on that skill.
She absolutely does, and you'll see her go out there sometimes and try a couple new things, which is always exciting to see her do some things that we're teaching in practice, that you wouldn't commonly see. So
that was a good shot.
As they have the score 12-3 with just over a minute, as Leduc flips her, but loses a little bit of control. Now has to gather again, and I think is going to be awarded 4 near fall points. So. Right. That is, or 3, no, it is 4. So we're at a tech point right now. We're up 16-3, looking for that major decision. If she can get her over one more time, as the clock is winding down in this first period for Leduc, and Leduc's going to let her up and work from neutral position.
So the reason she didn't pin her on that last move is because it's called a tilt. It's specifically just to get the back points, just to score points.
Okay.
Let them up.
Looks like the referee's going to end it there. For the tech fall.
It is the tech fall, so we have a 15-point decision. So Leduc comes out with the major decision for the Lobos against Hicks of the Elks.
All right. Looks like we got Madison De La Cruz coming up for the 145 versus Holiday out of Round Valley. Madison De La Cruz is in her junior year, second year of wrestling.
She always seems pretty eager to get out there, and she always does some explosive stuff in the matches that I've seen.
Her favorite move is that double.
This is De La Cruz, correct?
Yes.
And who is it for the Elks?
Holiday.
Holiday for the Elks.
Holiday.
Looks like Madison got the takedown there. She looks like she's working on trying to get a cradle right now.
What year is Madison? Do we know?
Second year. This is her second year wrestling, junior in high school.
She's a junior in high school. Gotcha.
What year is Holiday? Holiday's also a junior.
They have very similar records this year. Both of them are 16 wins. Madison has 12 losses versus Holiday's 11 losses.
Toby plays this weekend as well at Rumble on the Rim. She was in 5th.
It gets a little rough when they start getting deeper into it. It gets pretty intense.
So it looks like Round Valley's working that half, trying to run it to flip her to get the pin.
De La Cruz has got a hold of the leg and the arm, trying to get back up to her base. But her leg is locked between Round Valley's legs right now, so it makes it really hard.
Good wrist control there by De La Cruz. Looks like Round Valley's going for the single ankle pick.
So there was no point exchange there because Round Valley never lost control.
De La Cruz has good mat awareness as she's working back towards that center, trying to stay away from that out of bounds area. It's a really good skill to have. It's a competitive match with the score 3-2 with Snowflake up after that takedown.
Madison's getting up into that, what we call a tripod there, trying to get out before time ran out.
Looks like Snowflake's going to get the choice here going into the second period, and they've chosen neutral.
Yeah, Madison really likes that neutral. She likes to go for that double, the blast double. We'll see what she does here.
She needs to fight the wrists here to get out of that hold to get more of a dominant position. And there she goes. There she broke out.
Looks like I almost lost her balance there, but
looks like Round Valley went for the double wrist control to try to shoot for the ankle again, and didn't quite make it.
A lot of hand fighting going on here, each of them trying to set up for what they think is ideal for their shots. Madison's got a cow catcher right now. And she threw it.
Looks like
she cut that on, just turning it over.
Looks like they've awarded a takedown point, or 3 takedown points for Snowflake, and Snowflake will get the pin there.
As De La Cruz gets a Comfort Fit Denture spin, Smiles Comfort Denture spin. We're going to go and take a quick break here before we come back. The Show of Fortune presentation of high school wrestling and italk1067.com.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you: Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome back. Show of Fortune presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com as Hancock from Snowflake gets a forfeit. As we're going to have Emelita So and
Webster
from Round Valley are going to take on the match. Emelita, I believe, is a junior at Snowflake High School this year.
And this will be our 165 weight class.
How's Emelita doing this year, Ty?
She's doing pretty good this year. She actually had the first half of the season off because she had a thumb injury, so she's just come back after Christmas. She did place 5th this weekend at South Point. So.
As we're about 30 seconds into the match.
A lot more of that hand play, trying to work angles and figuring out which is best against each opponent. Have these girls seen each other before, Ty?
I don't think so. But I could be wrong. We see a lot of girls in the season, so.
And how was it, Emelita? You said it was a hand injury, a thumb injury?
Yeah, she had a thumb injury early in the year, and she had to sit out while it was healing back up. I think it was a tendon that was torn. So.
It looks like Round Valley went in for the single.
And then Emelita's going for the headlock there and didn't quite get it.
She did establish a base again pretty quick to get up.
Right.
As it is 6-1, Round Valley's on top, but Emelita just putting her on her back and is going to get called.
Yeah, Round Valley's got called for locking hands. So
Round Valley was locking. It didn't look like Emelita had. So we're going to get, and Emelita's going to have to go down.
But it looks like she's going to get 1 point there for the illegal hold.
Which makes it 6-2 in favor of the Elks.
Here, Emelita really just needs to be explosive. Establish that base, stand up, fight the risks, get out, get the escape. If at all possible, try to flip position to get the reversal.
Right. Round Valley was trying to work the head lever, but it looks like she locked her hands there again. So Emelita got another point. If she gets 2 more of those, then she actually forfeits the match. So she's got to be really careful.
Looks like Round Valley's changing their tactic and trying to go with the leg this time instead of work the body.
Yeah. Not a bad thing if you can get it for sure.
As Emelita now trying to stay off that back and get to that base.
Round Valley didn't get the points for the takedown there because they didn't maintain control.
As we have the first period goes to an end, and it is 6-3 in favor of the Elks. Go ahead, Sam.
Because that's crucial when determining points. It's just maintaining that control. A lot of times you'll hear the fans get upset about stuff like that. And it's like.
Looks like Coach Larson's told Emelita she's going to take the top here in the referee's position.
Round Valley was very explosive there at the beginning.
Emelita's trying for a mat return here, but wasn't quite able to get it there, but she's up front right now. Still has control, no points have been awarded. Looks like she's going for a headlock again. She lost control, and they're going to call a reversal right there.
So that'll bring us 8-3 in favor of the Elks for this match. Emelita need to get the belly down here, correct? Put the belly to the mat, keep the shoulders off.
Yes. She's got to work her arm through here in order to get her position improved.
Oh, that's playing with the headgear there, isn't it?
Looks like it, but I don't know if they're going to call that.
Looks like we get another illegal hold call there against Round Valley. And Amelita's going to be awarded another point, so that'll make us 12-4.
Yeah, the next illegal hold will be 2 points, and if there's one more after that, then that is a forfeit.
It's a tech. It's a disqualification, okay.
There's some conversation going on between the coach here and the ref, and it looks like the ref is saying it was because the chin strap, that she was messing with the chin strap there. So their score is 12-5.
Did they make an adjustment?
So one of the things I like about wrestling is anytime a wrestler gets a bad position, something that's illegal, or they get a call against them, I like that the wrestlers actually take the time, or the refs, to tell the wrestler what they've done wrong and how they can correct that. I think that's really crucial and fundamental. You don't really see that in a lot of other sports.
No, you don't. A lot of times, as an official, you keep the game moving, get the call right, and keep the game moving.
As they went out of bounds and get called back to the middle in a neutral position, since the ref determined nobody had dominance going out.
Go on them.
Looks like there's some hand and head fighting going on here with heavy pressure.
Looks like Amelita was trying to snap down there and just didn't quite get it.
Looks like both of them are just looking for the right opportunity here, hand fighting and working on angles.
You got about 3 seconds left in the second, then we'll switch over to a third. I think this has been the longest match of the day.
It has been the longest match of the day. We haven't had one go past 2, and now we're heading to the third one with a 12-6 advantage. Round Valley.
Yeah, it looks like Round Valley chose neutral here, which is an interesting choice considering neither of them have done much from this position.
Neither of them done from up. Maybe that is the strategy.
So they're looking a little winded. I know with male wrestlers, whenever you try to get higher up in the weight classes, the goal is take the longer, try to wind them out, get them down. Is that kind of what they're going for here right now?
They are up by 6 points, so Emilita's going to have to take a shot and turn her over to
yeah, she's
get
going to
ahead.
need to start maybe going for broke here.
They're tied up again.
That was a good takedown by Round Valley there.
So Round Valley will get the 3 for the takedown, which puts them up by 9.
And Round Valley let her up. I guess that's how they want to finish this out here. They want to make her do the work to win this.
She's staying active enough, though, the Snowflake girl Amelita is, because we haven't seen a stalling warning or a call or anything yet.
You just heard somebody from the crowd yelling, Amelita, shoot.
She can. I've seen it.
Yeah.
More handwork, trying to figure out who's gonna do something here.
Yeah, at this point, they're both out of gas, it looks like. So.
Yep.
Amelita's going for looked like she was going for a headlock there, trying to end it quickly. Didn't quite get it. Time's going to expire.
And the time's going to expire, and Round Valley, who was it from Round Valley?
It is Webster.
Webster from Round Valley going to defeat So 14-7.
And it looks like the next 2 matches are going to be forfeits. Morelli in the 185 bracket will get a forfeit from Round Valley, and then Ellie Bryant, who's a senior this year in the 235, is going to get a forfeit as well.
We're going to, and then we'll have plenty of time to take a break after this one. But so this is the last forfeit, so we're going to clear off. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a break. This is Shola Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on iTalk1067.com.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learning new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC, Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Love sports? Love being part of the action? Imagine having the best seat in the house, calling the plays, and connecting with fans. As a play-by-play announcer, you'll be the voice that brings the excitement to life. You'll network with athletes and coaches, sharpen your skills, and even travel to exciting venues. It's your chance to turn your passion for sports into a thrilling career. Ready to make it happen? Text the word sports to 928-434-0101 to apply now. Don't just watch the game, be the voice of it. Your dream job is calling.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com as we get set for an exhibition bout as we have Holbrook taking on Round Valley, and we're still working on getting names as these are exhibitions as we have some headgear fall off, and that is, isn't that the 100-pound?
Yes,
that
100
is Hunter Bliss.
Bliss. She's actually going up against the 107-pounder here, Maricela Boyd, I think, out of Holbrook. Sorry, Holbrook.
As always, good to get exhibition and just wrestling somebody not in your room, getting some extra time, and look like pretty even match right now.
She gets awarded 3 points there. Excuse me, Holbrook gets awarded 3 points there for the takedown because she was able to maintain control all the way down. As she runs it in the half to turn her. She should be getting near fall points here.
As she's just going to try to get over and roll her. I think this Round Valley girl, I think this might be her 3rd or 4th match of the night so far.
Yeah, she's wrestled quite a bit so far. And Hunter's out there fighting as hard as she can to get off her back.
Well, she's got nowhere near short time. We've got a minute left, so it's going to be as there's the whistle and there's the pin. As we have a Comfort Fit Denture spin. Smile, that's a Comfort Fit Denture spin. As we...
I believe they're going to do the senior night information next.
They were going to do the senior. They had the senior night scheduled for after the 5 o'clock matches, but I think with the number of wrestlers and the injuries that they've had, they may be continuing this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and have our Honda Ski and Outdoor Sport. I guess we can call it a halftime show, but we're going to call it our pre-match show. So we're going to take a break. Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable. Always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Northland Pioneer College is cheering for you on and off the field. Secure a win by enrolling in college courses at NPC. Earn college credits in high school, learn a new skill or trade. Complete classes that will transfer to any Arizona university. NPC has 3 new bachelor's degree programs and over 100 associate degrees, certificates, and areas of study to choose from. The playing field for your future is wide open. Take a shot and score big by enrolling in classes at NPC. Northland Pioneer College. Your journey starts here.
At Summit Healthcare, you'll find a level of care you might not expect from a rural hospital. We've recently received 5 stars from CMS, a prestigious ranking that less than 5% of facilities in Arizona earned. Our cancer center has proven its level of advanced care with a national accreditation from the Commission on Cancer. And we continue to add more doctors and services so that you don't have to leave the mountain to find the care you need. At Summit Healthcare, we're elevating care here at home.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com. As we're going to have in the background, Snowflake is going to be honoring their seniors of their girls wrestling program. But we're going to go ahead and segue into our Honda Ski and Outdoor Match Break show for the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear. Go to the Honda Ski and Outdoor store north of Find up on Highway 260 just before you get to the Honda Casino. Honda Ski and Outdoor. So, Ty, Sam, thoughts on the first few matches we've seen? Anybody stick out? Any team stick out? What are you seeing?
Well, I mean, it seemed like both Sholo and Snowflake kind of had some really good matches against Round Valley there. Round Valley is a very good team.
No, they stood out a lot. There was a big point difference there in that Round Valley match. I think it ended, 46-0. Snowflakes ended right around the same, that 41-0. And that came in because of Caitlin Leduc's tech fall rather than the pen, is that point difference there. But I think that there has been a lot of skill showcased today. I think that there's a lot of hope going forward for the sport in the state and at a higher level, and really seeing them work on those fundamentals and come back. It was fun to watch Caitlin Leduc in her match because it was more about the fundamentals, letting her go, come back up, letting her go. I do think that there is some room improvement there
all around for some of those technical skills, trying to get into the half a little bit more, getting out of those hand ties, getting a little bit more action in there. But again, that goes back to the female flexibility and the component of how the angles don't affect the girls the same way it does the males. But I think there's a lot of room for development. And for Snowflake being a third-year program, I mean, they are getting a heck of a lot of plaques.
Yeah.
So we go forward. The 8th is going to be sectionals, regionals to go to the state meet at Veterans Memorial. But that's going to be in Winslow, and all of these teams will be there represented. And the team score, is cared about because you want your team to come out on top. But some of these schools with smaller teams are going to have individuals, and it's one-on-one. And so is there anybody that stands out that's going to perform well from any of these teams as they look forward going to that match?
Yeah, and sectionals, I mean, Round Valley is always up at the top with us, Snowflake, this year. A lot of the teams aren't big enough to keep up with some of those points, though. It depends how many girls you're going to qualify in those top 4 for each weight class. And so it's the smaller teams do have a bit more of a difficult time, but there's some of these smaller teams that will get a girl up there in that first, second, third, or fourth place position.
So, and I think too, if you're talking about specific wrestlers, Caitlin LeDuc has consistently placed second or higher in her meets. Ellie Bryant's a senior this year. She placed second at Doc Wright. I think that she's going to be somewhere up there in state as well. The Perez twins, they both place consistently at the tournaments and stuff that they're in. So I think that's going to be well. I think looking at Holbrook, Taisley continuously places. That's Round Valley. Sydney places. Micaiah continuously places. So I think that there is some hard competition there. And I think that there is a good chance that a lot of these girls on the mountain do well in sectionals and state, and we will see them again for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of fun fact with Ellie Bryant at that 235 weight class, she's only lost to a girl out of state, New Mexico.
Really?
Yes, so she has not lost to any
From
girl.
Pedro Vista?
No, it was actually at a Bloomfield.
Okay.
So she has not lost to anybody in state this year.
So as we look on to the Snowflake seniors, Coach Larsing honoring his seniors, Ty, since you're in the room on a regular basis, can you tell us about, we have the Perez twins. I believe that's Haley Martineau, Caitlin LeDuc. The Hancock girl, what is her first name?
Lainey's only a junior.
Lainey's only a junior. I thought that was, so it's not Lainey. So talk about some of these seniors and their contributions.
These seniors are so awesome. We're going to miss them so much next year when the season rolls around. You've got our 3 team captains, or we actually have 4 team captains, but 3 of our team captains are seniors this year. We've got the Perez twins, who are our team captains, as well as Caitlin LeDuc. And their commitment to the room and their just work ethic is unparalleled. And it's going to be a big loss for us next year when those new group of girls have to take over and really drive this program, to improve and get better and move on towards the future. So a great group of girls.
So as they honor them, and the 8th, that's a Saturday, 8th of February, and then so that's basically, we're looking at just under 2 weeks from now is the sectionals, regionals is going to happen, and then we move to Veterans Memorial Coliseum. And is that run concurrently with the boys?
It is, absolutely, at the same time.
Okay.
So the boys do start a day earlier because they've got more wrestlers, more weight classes. So the action for the girls will start at about 11 o'clock noon on Friday, the 21st, I do believe, and then finals will be on that 22nd.
So you talked about Roundel, you talked about Snowflake. Who else in that Division 2 or there's Division 1, which is the big schools, and then small schools. I don't know exactly. And then we're Section 3, I believe. Talk about Division 2, and other than Snowflake and Round Valley, where is the competition going to come from at the team level for those teams at state?
It's really, really spread out. I mean, we've got several really good girls from Sholo that should have a good showing. Holbrook's got a girl or two that's really good. Yeah, Rosario.
How about Payson?
Payson, to my knowledge, Payson has one girl, but we haven't seen her this year, so we're not sure if she's still even participating at this point. I will tell you that at 138, I'm having Winslow has a really tough girl that came down from the 145.
So from what I'm hearing, it sounds like that the mountain schools are going down to do very well into place.
Yeah, the mountain's always tough. I I met a guy in Texas when I was wrestling out there, and he was from Phoenix, and he'd say, we always hated when the mountain teams came down, because the mountain teams are always tough.
We do have to. I mean, just boys, girls, doesn't matter. It's tough. So it looks like we're going to come, and the Sholo wrestlers are getting ready. And so we're going to get ready for the Snowflake Sholo dual portion of this four-way match. Is that what we're understanding?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up our Honda Ski and Outdoor mid-match show. For the best selection of hiking, camping, hunting, and fishing gear, go to Honda Ski and Outdoor Store, north of Pine Top on Highway 260, just before you get to the Honda Casino. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com.
Love sports? Love being part of the action? Imagine having the best seat in the house, calling the plays, and connecting with fans. As a play-by-play announcer, you'll be the voice that brings the excitement to life. You'll network with athletes and coaches, sharpen your skills, and even travel to exciting venues. It's your chance to turn your passion for sports into a thrilling career. Ready to make it happen? Text the word sports to 928-434-0101 to apply now. Don't just watch the game, be the voice of it. Your dream job is calling.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Welcome back to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com as we are set for the 100-pound weight class. And Ty, you were talking about this one during break. Give us the rundown on this one.
All right, we got Evelyn Perez and Ruthie Wilhelm here. These are some of the top girls in the state here. Both of them are ranked. They have wrestled once before in Flagstaff, but this is only the second time they've seen each other this season.
So we could be in for a good one here as we're... Give me the name of the Sholo young lady again.
That's Ruthie Wilhelm.
Wilhelm, that's correct. Wilhelm and Perez. As Perez with a strong single.
You know, they actually saw each other at the Doc Wright competition where Evelyn placed 4th and Ruthie placed first.
They never did meet each other in the brackets.
As Wilhelm, a strong takedown on Perez. And Perez trying to do all she can to come to that base.
Looks like she's got a...
Did you say Wilhelm is a freshman?
Yes.
That is impressive. And so the freshman against the senior here.
She's got a...
As Perez the standout for the Lobos, but Wilhelm looks like she knows what she is doing. There's Perez coming up now trying to break, and Perez goes right back down. No near fall points awarded, just 3 points on the initial takedown. As you see the determination in Perez to come up, but you also see that determination in Wilhelm to get her over on her side as she's got control of, it would be the left arm of Perez.
Looks like Perez really needs to establish a base here to stand up to try to get out of there.
Yeah, I will say Wilhelm's got really good control of those wrists, which makes it really hard to get back to that base.
As it almost feels like as Perez is down there, as Perez is looking, waiting for an opportunity for Wilhelm to maybe make a mistake and flip her a little bit. And she almost had that opportunity just a few seconds back, as we're going to get to the end of the first period, and we're going to flip for position here as it looks like Wilhelm is going to be in control, and we'll see where the flip puts both of them.
It's really good mat awareness there.
As there's the flip is
red,
so it's the Lobos and Perez. Oh no, so
yeah, Snowflake or
advantage Sholo. Sholo deferred, so Perez is going to choose up. So Coach Larson giving her up, telling her. So the strategy here is obviously he feels Perez against Wilhelm here is just a little bit better on top.
Yeah, we kind of saw what happened when Evelyn was on the bottom here a second ago, and it was tough.
As we might have a reversal right here, as Evelyn's going to have to, as Evelyn does, she gives into the reversal, and that's going to be is it a 3-point reversal?
It's 2 points.
2, so they just corrected it on the board. And I've been out of it a while, but I'm like, well, they're giving different points now. as you said, Ty, Evelyn back on bottom, trying to work it and come back to her base, but we did see this a lot, so just trying to hold out here, but she has a lot of time left in this period to try to hold out down 5-0 as well.
Yeah, it looks like Ruthie's trying to run a half and a wrist here. Get some leverage underneath that right arm to flip her over, but Evelyn's got a really strong base.
She does have a very strong base. I was noticing she had that leg out basing her, and then she's trying to come to that base underneath. Is we going to get a timeout? And
he called a stalemate there.
He called a stale, so Evelyn's going to go down.
Looks like Wilhelm does a really good job there of getting that wrist control in almost instantaneously on that whistle blow.
Well, this is good for both of them because they'll see tough competition at the state level regardless of the outcome. Both of them have seen some good wrestling, and you said this is they didn't meet in the bracket. This is only the second time they've met, but they've been in some tournaments together, just haven't matched up yet.
Yeah. The first match was real close, 7-6 in Sholo's favor. So we've come a long way since then, though. So.
And a lot too in these lower weight classes, it'll be different than those upper ones, where those little lower weight classes, they'll take it the full 6 minutes throughout the 3 periods, and they're full on wrestling the whole time. You just see a lot more of that stamina in these smaller girls.
Evelyn could really use some points going into this third period here, as she's going to more than likely be on bottom again. Actually, I don't know. They probably will keep her on bottom. Is it Sholo's choice?
It shows neutral. It looks like. Oh, did she?
She did choose bottom. So Evelyn. So they're looking to try to get those reversal points, and
yeah, it's Evelyn's job here just to keep her down. She's got to keep her pressure good and work some moves on her here. Try to get her turned over to get the points we need here.
To get that near fall.
So she's going for a head lever here. She's putting some head pressure into the back of that tricep to try to break her down.
And there's the reversal. So we're going to get a 2-point reversal, and lots of time left in this period. As there's Perez on bottom of her base. Ty, how many matchups do we have? Many forfeits in this? Or are we going to look at a pretty straight up match here?
We got a lot of forfeits here. We're going to be forfeiting 107, 114, 38, 45, 65, 85, and 235.
So looking to wrestle about 4 or 5 matches.
Yeah. As we may see a couple exhibitions in here.
Okay, that's good too. As Wilhelm just has Perez's number right here, hasn't got the 2-point reversal, but hasn't done much since then. Credit Perez for just toughing it out on the bottom there. As we're going to get a whistle and we're going to get a stalemate, correct?
Stalling there.
Here comes Perez.
Evelyn got her.
And Evelyn now tries to catch her, but isn't able to finish the reversal.
So that was a stalling warning on Snowflake there. Snowflake. So if we get another one, then he'll whistle. Yep. He'll show the hand. Sholo will then get 1 point, and they'll go back to center position.
Yes.
And I believe it's 3 of those, correct, Ty? Once you get 3 stalling calls, it's an automatic forfeit.
It scores 1, 1, 2, then forfeit. Yeah. So you do get a warning first, though.
Just under 30 seconds left in this one, and I think this one's going to go the distance. It's going to be one of our favorite matches. We're going to get hit with a second stall.
Yeah, we got a stall on Sholo this time.
Yeah, which means Perez will still go to the bottom.
No points were awarded for that yet.
No points, no, because it's the first one, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
Evelyn's just got 20 seconds to do something pretty major here.
And we've all seen stranger things in this sport.
Oh, yes.
But I think Wilhelm, even though being a freshman, just looks very experienced and very comfortable controlling Perez on the top and is going to be set to go out of this one with a decision. Great job by both those young ladies. As looking forward, we're moving on to what's our next? We might have an exhibition.
Should be Quincy versus London Winters, but actually we may have something else here.
Oh, that's what I see. 120s is Winters against Decker. So we'll get London Winters on the mat again. And her last match, if you recall, she was down quite a few points and managed to flip the girl and get the pen and take home the 6 for Snowflake instead of giving it over to, was it Round Valley, or did she wrestle the Sholo girl?
Round Valley. So this is London's first year, but she's.
It looks like there's been a change.
Oh, Murray Greenwood going up? I don't know.
That looks like Greenwood checking in for the Lobos.
I don't know. Oh, they're going to go ahead and give her the forfeit for the points.
And then we do have Winters checking in.
Okay.
Something really neat that happened a couple times this year is even though London is our JV, she's gone to a few of the tournaments and she's placed. She's actually had to wrestle our starter for first and second, and has also.
I always like seeing that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I watched that one year when I actually coached wrestling for 3 years in Utah, and there they allowed the state tournament. They allowed 2 from each weight, and I watched two boys from the same school wrestle, and it was interesting watching the match because they were both phenomenal, but watching their coach just sit there with his arms crossed because he really could not do anything. And so it came out, one was first, one was second, but that is something I think is just as neat as having to go against your teammate because you both worked to that level.
Yeah, it's really cool, and it is hard for me and Coach Larson. We're normally in opposite corners, one going for one girl, one going for the other, but neither of us want to see either of them lose. So.
Right. Well, you still have to coach them up, but in a state championship case, it'd be kind of hard, but neat too. And Winters is looking pretty good as we're almost a minute into this period, and we have not scored. As Winters gets control here, lots of time to make something happen as she's gonna.
Yeah, she lost control there, so Decker got that
going to be a takedown, but she's going to try to get to a strong base. And what is the Sholo girl?
Sholo is Quincy Decker.
Becker or Decker?
Decker.
Decker, okay. Decker's very much in control right now, Winters doing all she can to fight back, but Decker now flipping her, and
It's like Sholo came out with the pen there.
I applaud her for working through with London there, as London was not going to give up, and that is a Comfort Fit Dentures pin. Smile. That's a Comfort Fit Dentures pin.
Looks like coming up here, we're going to have Shiloh Cisneros.
Cisneros?
It's got a B in it. But
okay,
maybe.
Cisneros. Okay, perfect.
And then Chloe Clarkson.
Clarkson.
I say her name wrong all the time.
And we watched both. We've seen both these wrestlers, obviously not against each other today, but we've seen both of them.
That's actually a Julia Jones. So she is our JV girl.
Is this an exhibition as well?
No, it's going to count for the points.
It's going to count for the points. Good.
And Julia's a sophomore, right?
Yes. Second year in the program. It's funny to watch girls wrestling sometimes. They sit out there and smile at each other. Our boys don't do that.
No,
but,
they don't.
It's a similar sport, but it's different too.
So I was down at the Wars tournament this weekend with the Snowflake boys team, and that's what when I was talking to the refs. They said one of the things they like so much about girls wrestling is they'll get out there on the mat and they're ferocious during the match, but the minute it's over, they shake hands, they smile at each other, they'll tell each other good job.
Yeah.
And they said you just don't get that a lot with the boys.
No, these girls go out there, they make friends with them, they'll go talk to them after the matches. I know when I was a wrestler in high school, there was no way I was talking to the guy that I just beat or got beaten by. So really good sports.
As minute left, but getting her on her back.
Looks like Sholo's attempting to run it to turn her again, and Julia's done a good job of staying belly down.
Yeah, and Julia's kind of double jointed in her shoulders, which gives her kind of an advantage on those kind of moves sometimes.
That's another thing you don't really hear with the boys wrestling, double jointed in shoulders.
No, you don't. You don't.
As she may get awarded some reversal points right there.
Slightly. As long as she gets that arm back and gets back around,
she's going to have to get that arm back around and get control, and that's exactly what she does. But
looks like Sholo made a mistake there. They sat straight up.
Reach back, and that's something you don't like to see.
Oh. And
Sholo did a good job there rolling through it. And it looks
really
like Sholo's going to be awarded a reversal, and they're getting back points.
But she's going to have to work here because we're at 13 seconds, 12 seconds, 10.
Yeah, Julia's got short time. She's just got to keep those shoulders off the mat for a few more seconds.
And the time is going to run out. It's going to be one of those. It is going to be a 4-point near fall.
To bring us to a 11-2 Sholo.
Looks like it's going to be Sholo's choice here. We got an injury timeout, though.
I think this has been our closest match of the day.
It has been our closest match of the day. You know, you mentioned difference between boys and girls wrestling. I was not a wrestler in high school. I was around the sport a little bit, but a good friend of mine had asked me to help him assist, and he was I was at a school where he needed some help, and he ran a good program. But we went to a tournament in Evanston, Wyoming, and our guys were getting set up, you know, team camp, so to speak, and there was a kid down in there, and it wasn't the big steel beams. It was like the little bleacher supports, but he was ramming his head against that, and I thought, well, our boys are toast. But you know what? They actually did okay, but that was my first experience with wrestling in Wyoming, and it turned out to be an actually really good experience. I met a lot of really good people that I still associate with to this day. Oh, that is a great move by Cisneros from Sholo. So it's you know, you can't make that mistake though. Go ahead, Ty, to your point.
Yeah, Jones rolled through on that, and some of that is due to that double jointedness that we talked about. You don't see a lot of girls able to do that, so she did looks like get the reversal on that. But she's got to maintain control here.
It's 14-4, which we're starting to talk about tech type decision, but there's no give up from Snowflake. But Cisneros doing a very good job of keeping her from even getting in a position to.
Got a cradle here.
That's a cradle. As that's going to be, as she just couldn't hold it, but you're going to get a 4-point near fall, which is going to be, it's going to be a 6-point advantage, and she's going to ride her on top here.
Jones is going for it again, getting that cradle in there. That is her signature thing. If she can get it, she loves that cradle.
As she loses it, so she gets 4. They award her 4 again. As now we have an escape, so it's 15-12, 39 seconds left. I don't know, Sam, is this going into third period?
I would love to see it go into third period. This is another fun matchup that's really happening here. And I really like that they brought in those near fall points and those back points, because you see how it instantly changed this match.
That was a move right there. I think we might see a third period here.
I think we're going
if somebody does not make that reach back mistake,
we might get a stalemate here if there is any action. No.
Oh no! And so we could. Oh my goodness! Got her in the 7 seconds left. Cisneros, correct, from Sholo with the victory, and that's a hard-fought match. The third period would have been interesting because I think they both would have been pretty gassed.
Absolutely.
But you see that sportsmanship there at the end? That's kind of what Ty was talking about. When you watch those boy matches, they don't typically help each other off the mat. They don't say, "Hey, are you okay?" And it's fine. It's a different mentality because it's a different play. But it looks like we have Brooklyn Baldwin up again, going against Trujillo.
Oh, Trujillo, yes.
Trujillo for the Cougars, correct?
Yes. And they are going to be in our 132.
And what do you have? What do you have on those from last weekend?
Brooklyn took second at the Sal Point.
Okay.
Down there, like I said, she was ranked first going down there. She hasn't gotten a lot of recognition this year as far as rankings go, but She's really come out and wrestled hard this year. She's earning her spot for sure.
And I don't have. I apologize. I wasn't able to.
No, that's okay. I just was wondering if you had anything we could give these girls some press that they do deserve. They work hard. Anybody who knows anything about high school sports knows that the wrestling room is probably the hardest sport there is. It's definitely the most conditioning. I mean, I've heard that, you exhilarate as much in a wrestling match as you do in, 3/4 of a football game. So it's not an easy sport, and it's these young ladies going out to compete. So if we had any kind of recognition to throw their way, we want to kind of do that.
I agree wholeheartedly. This is I have a different level of respect for wrestling because it goes back to it's almost timeless. It's one of the first organized sports that we have. In ancient times, I believe it was the Romans, when they couldn't afford to lose armies, they would send out single soldiers to wrestle, and that would determine the end of the war. So this is a great way to kind of bring more knowledge and stuff from the past, and just the kind of strength and stuff it has to take. I mean,
don't make that mistake there.
Looks like there might be a waterfall here in a second if Trujillo can get that. That's where she dumps her over the top.
If Trujillo can just get that head around, I think she's going to have a little bit of an advantage here.
Well, Brooklyn's really fighting those ankles, trying to get around, get her points.
Oh, there she goes.
Able to turn her right
that
here.
Was a good one. Now she can, as we're going to have time in the first period, we're going to flip to see where they go, but I think either advantage right here is going to want to go down. They're going to defer, I bet.
It's like, yeah, we got to defer.
They're deferring,
Snowflake.
so Snowflake defers. So Sholo's choosing up.
Yeah,
No,
choose
neutral.
Neutral, okay. Neutral. I'm actually kind of surprised at that. I thought she would go down to give her a chance to do that reversal. It is only 3-1 though. As Trujillo.
she goes straight to that sprawl stance.
Yeah, makes it really hard to lift that leg. Brooklyn's working on that with a trip right there, straight to her back. Brooklyn's probably going to look for a half here. Yep, right into that half to roll her over onto her back.
So she should get 3 points for that takedown, and she's getting back points now.
Yeah. So Sholo got out there. Brooklyn's going for another half here. She's really trying to get that elbow to the ear and her elbow to the mat. Squeeze hard on that head. Lift
As
up.
Trujillo will not go down without a fight. I'd look to see her come to her base right here and try to get that. Again, looking for a mistake of your opponent.
Yeah.
It looks
As
like she's
we
trying to
still
go
have
for
a lot of time left.
Brooklyn's elbow there a little bit before Brooklyn was able to get her turned.
As that's going to be a victory. And I did not see that one coming a minute into the. I thought we were for sure going to the third periods. And smile, that's a cover foot denture spin.
And that brings our total team scores to 12 for Snowflake and 15 for Sholo. So this is still
Very
any one
close
match can get it. And it looks like we're going into our next match, which should be our last match of the night, which will be.
Looks like Caitlin Leduc is wrestling up here. She's wrestling all the way up to the 152s here, so she can get her a match on.
What's her normal? What is her normal that she's been wrestling at?
She's 138.
It looks like she's taking the forfeit.
She's going up. Okay, she's up there for the forfeit.
Oh, she was out there for. I
Okay.
was thinking she was going out there on 52 there for a second.
And there's a play there too. We were talking about a chess match earlier, trying to place girls in the right way. So by having Caitlin Leduc take the forfeit, that counts as pen points. So then it takes your overall score 18-15.
This is Hancock, and Hancock's had some success this year, and she's going to go against
Bridget
Butler.
And Butler had a real good first match too. As have these girls met that you know of, Ty?
I do not think these two have met yet. I will say that Bridget did do some work in our room this summer. She came down and worked with Snowflake, and she's come a long way too. So,
well, both these girls are kind of built the same as far as wrestlers go. I know Hancock has a little bit of experience and has been doing this a while and had some success. So, but Butler is definitely not going to go down without a fight here on this one.
No. And Hancock's a junior and Butler's a senior, so you got that they're really close in age and size.
Laney's trying to get a cross face there, maybe getting back behind. She's got to watch her head here for a roll. She can always use that head as a lever if she uses her leverage correctly. And that's what she's trying to do right now. She's trying to go ahead and do a head lever, get Bridget on her back. That is not a comfortable move, by the way.
Here she goes. She's starting to turn her. She should run it here. Hancock should run it here
There
to
she
try
goes. She really needs to scoop that head.
As Hancock
lay flat. Get on her
Hancock needs
toes.
to try to go belly up here. Or, sorry, belly down.
Yeah, she needs to scoop that head, pull it off the mat, try to get some pressure down, take that arm that's out there to Bridget's side and post it to the
credit
mat.
Butler because she just did not give up there, and now she's back on her stomach and forcing Hancock to start all over again.
No, I've watched Butler down at the Sholo tournament that they hosted a couple months ago. She fought through a lot of her matches. It was really good to see her. She's just very tenacious.
And we're going to get a pin, a Comfort Fit Denture spin. Smile. That's a Comfort Fit Denture spin. As now we have one more match that we know of.
I'm showing the next 3 are scratches, unless they're going to come across with some expeditionary.
Looks like we're going to go out and hit a few forfeits here. We may see an exhibition or two here, but I don't know.
We're going to go ahead and take a break and come back and wrap this up. This is Shola Forge presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arno. I might not be comfortable on the basketball court, but I promise, at Comfort Fit Dentures, you'll feel comfortable, always.
Comfort Fit Dentures has dentures starting at $499 with payment plans, and they have 2 labs, meaning you get your dentures in days instead of weeks. Call Comfort Fit Dentures today to schedule a free exam and x-ray. 928-888-0002. 928-888-0002.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at sholoford.com.
Want to go skiing or snowboarding? Visit our friendly Honda Outdoor Sports. We offer skis, snowboards, and helmet rentals, custom footbeds, ski and snowboard repairs, as well as retail shopping for your snow gear, goggles, beanies, snow tubing, and even ice fishing supplies. We have all you need to prepare you for the outdoors. We welcome you to Honda Outdoor Sports, located 1 mile west of the casino.
Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint now has 3 locations to serve you. Snowflake, Lakeside, and now Sholo. And with over 85 years combined experience in auto glass and over 40 years of combined experience in window tint, you can trust the experts at Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint with your vehicle. Call them today.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Welcome back to Shola Forge presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com, and we got to go through some post-meet accolades here. First is our Deemer's Glass. Glassman in the glass for your home or business. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside is hands down the best place to call when you need quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass in Lakeside, 1-888-GLASSMAN. And our Glassman of the meet is going to be Snowflake's Caitlin LeDuc. So congratulations to her. We may have her on in a little bit. But now we're going to move forward to our Horn Auto Center takedown of the match, and that's our Chevy, Cadillac, and GMC store that saves you more. And our takedown of the meet is going to belong to Ruthie Wilhelm from the Sholo Cougars, and she is also going to be our Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint wrestler of the meet. So congratulations, Ruby. Thanks for joining us. So I want to ask you, Ruthie, correct? Can you hear me okay? So going into this 4-way match, what were your thoughts? What were you looking to get out of it? What were you looking to do?
I was looking just to do my best and pull out as much wins as I could.
So your team did really well. You did really well today, and again, congratulations for being our wrestler of the meet. So I want to look forward to sectionals and then to state. How is that looking for you? And tell us about some of your competition that you're going to face.
I think it's looking pretty good. I think that I have some pretty good competition coming up.
Do you know any of those girls that you're looking at facing coming up? I mean, Miss Perez gave you a pretty good match today.
Yeah. I'm thinking probably one of my most challenging matches will be this one, Yuma Catholic girl, and
sounds good.
Yeah.
So, are you excited about state and ready to get that top spot on the podium?
Yes.
Well, we look forward to you doing too. Before you go, one thing, I want you to give a shout out to one of your teammates. It doesn't have to be necessarily the best wrestler, but I want to have you give one of your shout out to one of your teammates and tell us why you're giving them a shout out.
Probably Quincy, because she's always my partner and she pushes me probably
one
of the most in the room.
I love it. So, Ruthie Wilhelm, our takedown of the meet and our wrestler of the meet from Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. Thank you for joining us.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you. All right, folks, and next we're going to go to our glass man of the meet, and we're going to be joined by Caitlin LeDuc, the senior from Snowflake High School. So, Caitlin, you are our glass woman of the meet. So, congratulations. We all watch tonight. We know what's going on, but I want to talk about moving forward to state. You finished as runner-up last year. Obviously, your sights are set to be on the top of that podium this year. Tell us about some of your competition and some of your preparation.
My main competition is the girl I lost to at state last year. She's a senior too.
Where's she from?
Lee Williams.
Okay.
Yeah, she's good. I wrestled her earlier and lost by 1 point. So.
But you have seen her, you know what to expect,
yes.
And you're going through some preparation. So, okay, talk about your team for a second. What is your team doing to prepare for state, as well as getting you ready for that hopefully top spot on that podium?
We just have our practices every day. We're really working on technique, those reactions, knowing what to do when they do this. I gotta do this.
Sounds good. So before we go, I asked Ruthie the same thing. I'm going to ask you the same thing. I want you to give a shout out to one of your teammates. Not necessarily maybe the best wrestler on the team. Maybe they are the best wrestler on the team. Give you a shout out to one of your teammates and tell us why you're giving them a shout out.
Shout out to Lainey Hancock, because I've been wrestling her a lot, and she's actually a really good partner. I wish she wrestled as good on the mat as she did when she wrestled me. She would do so good. But it's a lot harder
She's
on an
amazing.
actual match. Yeah, she's doing so good. And she's had to work really hard, like with her sickness last year. She really impresses me, and I'm so grateful for her. She's always pushing me.
Great. Well, Caitlin, thank you for joining us tonight, and congratulations. And we are so excited to watch you move forward in state, and we want you to get that top spot on the podium, represent your school, yourself, and the mountain. So thank you for your time, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
So, all right, folks, that has been your post-match show. We thank Caitlin and Ruthie for joining us. And for myself, for Sam Rodriguez, for Ty Copeland, we thank you for joining us this evening. This has been Show Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on italk1067.com.
This has been Sholo Ford's presentation of high school wrestling on iTalk 1067 KNKI Pine Top and italk1067.com. Brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Deemer's Glass, Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center, Horn Auto Center, Honda Ski and Outdoor Sports, and Comfort Fit Dentures. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 1067 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopaniki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without written consent of iTalk 1067 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to italk1067.com.